I can feel the vibration, feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. They feel their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip gods into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They pay for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we want retribution. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience.
Alrighty, everybody. It's stream time. You know what that means? Blender building. Building a Wally. Again. Because stuff went down with the first one. But it's okay. Because this one's going to be better. Appreciate you all being here. Let's see who all we have in chat so far. We have Krusty Boutte. Always love saying that name. Always absolutely love saying that name. We have Delta One, roll out the red carpet. We have Elizabeth. And it looks like that's all we have in chat for now, but hopefully we'll get some more people in chat soon. Well, you guys, I have Blender pulled up, as you can see, and we have a model. This is just a model of Wally. This is a solid model that I just got off of, what was it, Thingiverse for reference, and this is what we're going to be using to build off of. This is what I used originally to build the original Wally, and I think it came out pretty well, but this time I would like to do it with less parts, and I would like to make them life-sized where I can sort of just ploop them anywhere I want, and basically just put them without taking away from my universal part count. You know, too much. Just be able to pop them into builds. So, hope y'all are doing well this morning. I just, I got up this morning and I was like, I haven't streamed in a while. Let me stream. I don't know why I haven't really been streaming. I think I've just been kind of meh recently. So hopefully y'all understand. But I'm back in it now. So we're ready to go. We've already got the Wally size down, so we're just getting it to where we've got the bottom of the treads lined up with the ground. And we don't have a base computer or anything like that yet. Right now we're just going to be focusing on the building aspect today rather than the finding where we're going to put it, because it's such a small thing that we can really fit it in just about any build. Or make it its own build and make it even larger if we wanted to. So, But aside from that, I already have an idea in my head about what kinds of parts I would like to use, how I would like to make certain things. I just want to use less parts than I did last time. So we're going to start out with the front of him, which is obviously going to be the opening door. Now, the goal for this is going to be making sure that, like with the first one, the door opens up and the ball can actually, the sphere generator can actually generate the sphere at the right timing and roll the ball out because it's on an incline of some sort, or a decline, I'm sorry. And basically being able to, like, when you push a button or pull a lever or something like that, or walk up to it, it'll just he'll dispense a little trash ball or cube, right? So first things first, y'all can't really see it, but I do have my asset browser open on the left here, and basically what I'm going to be doing is pulling from that for my parts. And for those who are kind of new to Blender, or new to Blender for No Man's Sky at least, all I'm going to be doing today is pulling in, let me see if I can find, for example, like a really good example part. So like if I wanted the Wooden Legacy power door, right? I go into my asset browser, I find the Wooden Legacy power door, and then I click it, and there it is right there in my game. And now I have a size comparison of how big the Wally is compared to how big a regular power size door is. So I know, okay, I can size the Wally down to like here now. Well, what we'll do is we'll line them up with the power door, because we're gonna be using that anyways, but not a wooden one. We are actually gonna be using the Legacy power door, because I think the Legacy looks the best with the yellow rust. So just so y'all can kind of see it now, this is what this is essentially the asset, or the code for the actual file in the game, but in Blender image form, if that makes any sense. So basically the people who went and made this app took all the codes for all the files and all the files for all the parts, and made assets for them that would then show up in Blender. So that way you could build and snap things together at the right sizes and stuff like that. Now, not everything snaps, and currently I can't do wiring in Blender. I can add wiring, but I can't add wiring to, say, things like this. If I go to, say, add wiring to things like this, if I go to No Man's Sky Util right here, and I try and say connections, and I try and say add point, it's going to give me this Python error right here. And I'm not really sure why that is. I think it's just a bug with the system right now. But Maxi Bloke, what is up? It is good to see you there. Hey there, y'all. Yeah, I know I got that southern twang. Yes, Delta, remember to hit that like button, gang. Smash it. Smash that like button. Smash that like and subscribe. Maxie, I hope you're doing well. We're just going to be doing some Blender building today. So what's weird is, you can see it added the point. It added the wire snap point. It just didn't add it in the right spot up here. So that's the weird part about it. Is it will add points, just not snap them to the right spots. Anyways, so we're gonna be going ahead and we're gonna go ahead and Shift S and selection to cursor. Oh, that did not help, because the selection is off. Okay, there we go. So right now, all we're going to be doing is sizing Wally down to the size of the wall. And to do that, I'm just going to click on the Y-axis there. And I'm going to manually just kind of eyeball it. I see that this one is about 3 cubes high, so I'm going to make him about 3 cubes high. And then we're just going to line it up. And that fits somewhat well. He needs to be a bit bigger. Alright, there we go. And what we'll end up doing, you guys, is we're just doing this for the sake of proportion's sake. So I know exactly how big he's gonna be for now. But what I can do is, once I get the entire thing, I can just select the entire build, excluding the original model, of course, that we're going off of, and just select the build assets, and I can essentially just size those down to whatever size I want and make it as big or as small as I want. So that's why we're sizing him down first rather than sizing the parts up, because we're just gonna end up having to size them down anyways. So this is just my process. Yep, Maxie. Maxie's already off with the good old quotes already. I do though, Maxie. I do have a southern twang, and it's like I get embarrassed about it sometimes, but now the question is, y'all, do we have the door open to where it actually folds outward? Because in the movies he does actually open up and then like the ball will come out. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Is I think we're gonna actually flip this around 180 degrees. Because you see the 2 lines right here. This is where that's how I know where the actual power door is going to be coming out. Because because those two lines right there are what indicate to me like the railings of it. And that's just part of the asset. It's a day you don't get to make a quota wasted day, Maxie. Joyroth, what's happening? I hope you're doing well. We're just doing a bit of a blender building today. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna flip this 180 degrees now. And we're gonna pull this back up to where we want it. Because this is gonna be the only part that's actually upside down. But now that I'm thinking about it, I actually know I do want it the original way where it will just, yeah, open up. I'm pretty sure that's how it was actually. So, yeah. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and move the model forward now. So we can do that. See how perfectly that kind of lines up, you guys? We just get this perfectly lined up, and then there we go. Alright. And then for the sides, we're gonna do another metal wall. And we're gonna say target next. Oh, and then source next. Oh, I meant to actually. Yep, there we go. Okay. And we'll go ahead and make this yellow so we can see it. And then we can duplicate this. Change the target. And duplicate it one more time. Alrighty, so now, if we hide our little Wally, we have a little box. And that's what we're starting with. That is literally the basis of Wally, is a box. And that is why I say Blender building is very easy, because, and that anybody can really pick it up and do it, because you're not doing a lot. It's just about geometry, really. It's about knowing your angles, and it's about knowing your shapes, and it's about knowing the basics of the shapes. And really, if you can get that circle goes into circle, square goes into square, and triangle goes into triangle, and then you understand that you can break those rules and make it look like anything you want and make any shape you want, you literally understand at that point that you can do it just about anything in Blender. So that's why I like using Blender. I just have a freedom that I just don't have, especially a freedom of movement that I don't have in No Man's Sky. Maxi Bloke, if you can build a box, that does mean you can build too. As long as it has a power door on it, that's what I say. If it doesn't have the power door, you're not building. So I think we're gonna size the Wally up just a smidge more, you guys, because it does seem like he's taking up a bit more space than that. But I don't know. I kind of want to build the frame around him actually, and do it like that, because we can just always size it back down, anyways. So I'd rather build the frame around him. All right. So the next thing we're gonna do is we are going to pull. Well, actually, I already have the color reference in my head of how I want this to look. But I want to go ahead and actually pull up a color reference of Wally really quick. Oh, pull this over here. And I'm just pulling out really quick a color reference of Wally so I can actually see what he looks like color-wise. So I can actually get this down right. Okay, here we go. Alright, now I can see. Okay. So it looks like he is all yellow with the center part being gray and the sidelines here being gray. Because his arms do move on the back and forth, and then they can move up and down as well. However, we're just gonna make it look like they can move back and forth. And in the original, we did have him holding a plant. We did move the arms originally, or eventually, to where one arm was just still like this, and the other arm was actually extending and holding out the final plant that revives Earth. So we're just gonna be building up now, but we want to build inward a little bit. So I think what I want to do first is we're gonna build up 2 small walls, or 2 half walls. And then we are just going to wrap that around the top there. However, we are not going to wrap it around that bottom line, because as I'm looking at the photo, I can see that there's a spot in between there. So, and actually, this one needs to be gone as well. No, these just need to be pushed back. Okay. Alrighty, so right now what we have is just some simple boxing, and I'm gonna go ahead and hide the Wally right now because he's kind of distracting me. Oh shoot, I'm not reading. I just realized I have this covering up my comments. Oh lordy, Jesus. I had this covering up the comments. I could not read the comments, you guys. I'm like, why am I not reading the comments? First, you must learn the rules properly so you can properly break the rules. Exactly, Maxie, exactly. Now you're getting it. Am I doing the Eva 2? No, Joy Roth, and here's why. Because, in my opinion, Eva is Wally's crutch, so to speak. And so I do not acknowledge her existence whatsoever. That's a joke. I just don't want to do Eva because she's very smooth, and those kinds of shapes are very difficult to get in No Man's Sky with the kinds of colors that you want. So Eva would be very difficult to do, whereas Wally is very easy to do because he's very industrial and he's got lots of jut outs and jut ins and little parts and stuff like that that I can actually make. Whereas Eva's just like literally a couple arms, a head, and a body. There's a difference between. Oh god, let me not just read Maxie's. Hold on. Wow, spoilers. That's funny. Gotta cook book, Maxie. What the heck are y'all talking about already? Alright, so the first thing I think we're gonna actually do is, yeah, we're gonna bring back in the model. No. Yeah, we're gonna bring back in the model, but we're gonna make it to where I cannot select it. So I need to click on the. Why can't I see that? Oh, there we go. Selectable. Okay. And we're gonna make the Wally unselectable. So now I cannot select the Wally no matter how hard I try. And we are just going to select the top ones now, and we are going to shrink those down. I think by like 0.2, so we're going to divide it by 1.2. No, 1.1 should be enough. So divide by 1.1. Yeah, that looks better. And then we're just going to go and lower that. And it looks like this is actually gray. So we will go ahead and color all those gray. And then, so he's got that. And then he's got the part that juts out. That's the difficult part. So we're gonna attach a And what's funny is y'all are gonna find that a lot of what I'm doing is actually free placement in here. I will snap it into the approximate place that I want, but I will not actually, I will end up moving it like I am now to where I actually want it. There we go. And is the top of him gray? That's the question. No, the top of him is yellow. But the gray sticks through, which is interesting. Alright. So that is the basics of Wally right there. Is you've got that, and that. Alright, there we go. It's just a cute little box. Alright. We're gonna just worry about getting the frame for now, and we're not gonna worry about putting the sphere creator or the sphere generator, I'm sorry, in there or anything like that. So now that I know a little bit more about shapes, with how to play with the actual shapes themselves and make like the rounded features easy, I don't have to use so many parts for things like the treads. I'm trying to think of a good part to use for the treads, but I think right now I just want to get the body first. Yeah, let's get the back down. Let's start with that. We'll set a goal. The goal is the back. And I'm sorry, y'all, that I'm not keeping up with chat. This is what happens when I Blender build right here. Is I zone into that and I completely forget all about chat. But I'm gonna try and catch back up really quick. How do we process the Gex? Finch is a Gex. Well, Gex do have the beaks, and I do play as a Gex, so you're not wrong there. Alright, so it looks like we've got. I need to see his back. I think it's just, yeah, okay. It's just yellow, and then it's got the gray on the inside. Okay. Okay. So we're now gonna take this wall right meow, and we're just going to copy, paste, and move it out by 0.1. And we are going to raise it up just a smidge, and we're going to size it down until it's about there, and then we're going to raise it up a little bit more. And then we're going to make it gray. Alright, and so now we need to make the rounded bits for the Wally. And so for that, I think what I'm going to use, because it looks like it's got some struts in it as well. But I don't think I'm going to worry about that. So I think for now, what I'm going to use is where are they? The cubes, actually. Or no, the raised small pavings, because those will give me the angle that I need. Yeah. So here's going to be a fun little thing that we can do really quick, is I need to get this angle right here, and I need to get parts on that angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Nemenska Util. I'm going to say, where is it? Object along curve, and we want yeah, we'll just do a straight curve. And that is going to give us, it's a little smalleruno right now. Oh, there we go. That's going to give us this line right here. That orange highlighted line. And so we are going to go ahead and size that down to the size of Wally. And we're going to turn it 90 degrees. And 90 degrees. And we're just going to go onto the x-axis so we can move this freely. Alright, now here's the interesting part, y'all. Is I'm going to hit tab, and that's going to allow me to select points on that line. But I need to actually, so I can actually see the line, bring it out a little bit more. So for now, we're going to select bounding box center and local, and the move tool. And this should, no, that is pulling them in the opposite, or in the same direction. Okay. Let's try individual origins. Nope. Okay. So we are just going to size this down manually then. I thought I could do it a different way, but okay. So now we're going to hit tab, and we're just going to pull out the center one right here to the angle that we need. And then this, we're just going to free turn until we actually hit the angle. And then we'll change this to normal bounding box center. Move that up just a smidge. Or, no, it's fine there. Move this one up just a smidge. Alright, there you go, guys. And now we have, tab, a curved wire. So this is my equivalent of a wire, but I can snap anything to it in any amount. So what we are going to snap to it are raise small pavings. So let's pull in a raise small paving here. And we're going to go ahead and size it down to the approximate size that we need here. Okay, and there we go. That is going to be one of many that gets attached to this. So then we are going to click on the wire, and then we are going to click on the object, and we are going to say create. And that is going to give us a chain of those objects in the exact orientation right off the bat that we wanted. So now we are going to say change by adjust along curve by 0.10, and we are going to start increasing, or decreasing I should say, the distance between them, which is going to add more of the raised small pavings. And right now it looks like we're at 12, 13, 14, 15, can we get to 16? Oh, 16 is the perfect number, you guys. That is awesome. Let's see if this matches up right. Yeah, we just need to pull this inward a little bit more. Okay, so now that we have that, we can actually go ahead and say delete. And now what we're deleting is not the objects, but the line itself. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry, y'all, that I'm not reading chat today. I am just focused on building. So right now you can see we are currently rotating it around its own center point axis. We don't want to do that. We want to rotate them each locally on their own individual origin, which is going to allow us to do things like this, as well as this, in order to get just a slightly tighter angle on them. To where there are no gaps. Or not that many. Okay, there we go. And now we can say global, bounding box center, and we can move this back out to the edge. And that is one down of the parts. And so this is yellow rust. And we are going to go ahead and position this. Oh, I should have turned the air down, y'all. I am sweating like a person in church that I will not say. Alrighty, and that looks to line up pretty well. So now we are just going to copy and paste it. Okay, so now let's hide the Wally again, and we can check our progress. Okay, so far this is looking pretty good. And I know for like 40 minutes this doesn't seem like a lot, but I did want to give you all kind of a basic intro for how I'm actually doing this, and I do want to try and stop and explain. Like usually I would be going through this much faster, but I want to stop and explain to y'all like what's actually, like how I'm actually doing this. So yeah, so let me get caught back up on chat really quick. Oh, we got an ad quote from Delta. We'll just do a straight curve. Delta, delta, delta. A straight curve. You would know all about straight curves, wouldn't you? Let's see. Who does not like a little fire in their lives? Oh my gosh, Max, you are on the quotes. Got your No Man's Sky up, Finch, so your hours count. Oh, I don't for stream, no, because that would be taxing my computer too much. Doing Blender and streaming in No Man's Sky. Even if I'm not streaming No Man's Sky, it would still be very taxing on my computer. Alrighty, y'all. Let's see here. So, I think the next thing I want to add is let's see here. Yeah, probably the sign up here, but it looks like there needs to be at least one more here as well as down there. So, here's what we're going to do. So we're just going to go to normal, copy, paste. Okay, there we go. And now we just need to copy and paste the bottom two. And even though they're not really curved like the other ones, it doesn't really matter. I wonder, can I just duplicate these actually? I can, but they don't really snap properly. Okay, that is interesting. Okey-dokey. So now we have his backpack finished for the most part. Well, at least the straps on the backpack. So it looks like there's some piping up there, and I think we're gonna use a couple of the or actually I think I'm gonna use the what in the world is it called? The flat panel. Right here. So we're gonna go and add that flat panel. And it appears that, well, we'll just get it at the angle once we. 45? No. 60. 60. Maybe we should do -5. Let's do -5. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's 55 degrees. And it appears to be kind of jutted in and then outlined, so we are going to do that. Because where I am lowering parts in certain places, I want to increase parts in other places, and usually that will actually lower my part count altogether. Somehow or another it does. So let's get a legacy structure. Let's get another small metal wall in there, and that'll pop in at that angle because I snapped it onto the flat panel. And then I can just kind of size it down to what size I need. Draw it down. And then we're going to put 2 short metal walls. Right there. Yep. Okay, there we go, you guys. So that is where the by and large sign usually goes. Oh god, am I ignoring somebody? Oh no. Oh no. My time count was embarrassing. Phrased myself. God damn it, Maxie. Oh, Delta was ignoring. Okay. Alright, good. Good. Y'all understand that I'm ignoring for a reason. Alright. So I think I'm gonna add. I'll have to figure out a part I can add there to fill that gap, but. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Let's work on the treads now. We've got. Well, we'll get the bottom trim done and then we'll work on the treads. So looks like he's got the metal part and then he's got okay. Lexi structures. I'm just reading chat, y'all. And I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. I really don't. Krusty says looking really good. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's just a box right now with some stuff on it, but that's what it's gonna be. Can't believe I'm rebuilding this from scratch, but I wanted to show you all my whole process, so. Alright. So I think I am gonna use the gas extractors. I believe I used those before. To create movement in the whatchamacallit, like pivot section or whatever, not pivot section, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I cannot find this part. Where is this part? Software is under advanced technology, but it's not. I'm just blind. Automated feeder. Alrighty, y'all, and thank you, Streamlabs, for the reminder. If you are enjoying this, just me kind of sitting here quietly building, I appreciate it, and I appreciate the company, and I appreciate y'all being here. And if you don't mind, just dropping a like, and if you haven't already subscribed, but I'm pretty sure all y'all are already subscribed, so. Alright, I cannot find gas extractor, so I'm just going to search gas extractor. There we are. Okay. So now, right now, I'm just lining up the gas extractors to where they're actually going to look like they're moving. I don't know if y'all knew this, but the gas extractors do kind of wobble a little bit when they move, so it does kind of give a nice thing for like pistons or something, you know, or hydraulics. All right, individual origins. There we go. What color is his? Yeah, that's all gonna be like rusted gray. All right. So now what we can do is actually, you know what we can do is, yeah, we'll keep that there, and then we'll just copy everything and move it over. We're gonna take some of the wheels now and use those for the gear parts. So you guys will see me kind of moving angles a lot and changing them. I am essentially just trying to figure out where it would look best and proportionally where it would fit. So it looks like we've actually got 2 gears there, so copy, paste. The inside one doesn't need to look as perfect. And then it looks like we've got another 2 sets up there and another set up there. So we're gonna go ahead and select both of these. And actually, let's flip this one around 180 degrees. Because these are a little bit uneven. Now, even though I cannot technically color these, I am going to go ahead and color them and black just so I can see the difference between those and the model. Now we're going to do the top gear joints. And again, y'all, I'm pulling a Rosie. I am free placing quite a lot of this because I would like for it to look somewhat fluid and organic. Ooh, you guys. Oh my gosh, too funny. Joe Roth, you said super cool. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Alrighty. And then finally, we're just going to copy paste. And these ones we won't have to resize because they are already resized. So now when we go and we hide the model, we have all our little gears there. So he is slowly but surely starting to come together. So we don't have the treads, we don't have the front, we don't have the head, we don't have the arms, we don't have anything else, but we're getting there. Oh, almost one moved. Alright, so now we can hide all that. We can hide this. And we are just going to so it's about 5 away from that. Copy, paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that works. And now we have it on both sides. There we go. So now we need something to connect those. And I want to see how those actually connect. So yeah, so it looks like we've got the top one's connecting, the bottom one's connecting through piping, and then the top one and the bottom one connected through cubing. Okay. So we're just gonna get a pipe here. And flip it 180 degrees. And size down until those match up. Okay. Okay. So now we're just going to be duplicating these over to the other side. So it looks like there is a large pipe that connects those two. So what we're gonna do is move this back. Rotate it 90 degrees. And we're going to duplicate it. And move it over. Shrunk the bounding box. There you go. And then we're just going to angle it to where it is touching both of those. Okay. once again. Copy, paste over. And you guys, we're only at 86 parts right now. 86 parts. Why is this one crooked? Oh, sorry, duplicate. Alright, some of these got a bit twisted, but we can fix that easily. Alright, guys, I think I'll go for about 20-ish more minutes. And then I think I'm gonna call it. But we'll see what we can get done in the meantime, because when I am focusing like this, seems like we can get quite a lot done. So I would like to get the tread done before we leave here. And that'll be my goal, is to get that all worked out. Ooh, you guys, we got that done out perfectly. Actually, looks like it's supporting it. Huh. Huh. Just a smidge, but There we go. Hold on a sec, you guys, because something's not lining up right. I think I may have split that one different. Okay, there we go. Yo, Ender Silver's in the house. So sorry I missed you there. How are you doing, Enra? Hope you're doing well. So, Enra, this is the progress we have made thus far on Wally as we are getting his treads set up. I think I'm just going to do small wedges for this and this. Alright, so there's Wally's suspension right there. Which I'm not sure if that's totally accurate, but yeah, it's not. Let's do it the proper way, y'all. Which is just a couple squares reaching out with maybe like a couple big cylinders attached to it. that's the case. Okay, that seems like a decent enough size. And then we're actually just gonna click and drag these right over here. Global bounding box center. Okay, y'all, there we go. There's his suspension. That looks much better. Because he does kind of have like very nimble suspension. Like it's not the strongest, but it's enough to get him around. But I think I am gonna add just for the sake of. Oh, delete that. Whoa. Okay, yeah. Alright, you know what? We're not gonna touch that right now. Let's do the treads real quick, y'all. I got about 10 minutes left, so let's do the treads real quick. So that is going to require another line, except this time we are going to do a circle, and we are going to give it approximately, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points that it needs to have. Turn this 90 degrees. Get it centered with our object and shrink it down to approximately what we need to where it's just encompassing all the pieces of the tread. There we go, just like that. And then we're going to enter the tab. And I thought I gave it 8 points, but apparently I did not. Apparently I only gave it 4. Okay, well, we're going to work with this. right now, y'all. I'm just sort of screwing around with the angles, trying to see what fits best. Laser focus. Laser focus, Krusty. Exactly. You get it. Laser focus, because I'm trying to get this on the first damn try without having to redo it. Alright. So that, let me get this one needs to be fixed. Let's fix that approximately. Okay. Alright, I'm happy with that. No, I'm not. These two need to be pulled out just a smidge more. Okay, that I'm happy with. That I'm happy with. No. That I'm happy with. So now we're gonna go out of tab. Just do a little readjusting here. And now we have a circle that goes, or a line that goes all the way around like our tread. And we're going to go ahead and move that off. Now the question is, what do we use for the tread? Because before, I think I used, I know where I went wrong before, but I think this time I'm going to use the wash troughs and put them upside down. Let's first see what size I need to make the treads, because they're not too far off from the size that those are. Create, and then we're going to rotate this around the y-axis, and then around the x-axis, because we want those parts facing outward. to say local bounding box under, and we are going to move these outward. Now we're going to start creating the tread, y'all. So I want to say that looks good, but it's not. Because then I would need to go through. That's more like it, now that they're all touching. Scroll up, stupid. Can we get the visit? Can we visit this in game, Finch? Yes, yes. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, Joy Roth. You literally had to spam that just to get my attention, and literally had Maxi Bloke tell me to scroll up. I am stupid. Yes, you will be able to visit this in game, and once it's done, and when it is done, it is going to look fantastic. Oh, further up. Oh, what's Enter's link? Enter's link. I don't know if I have links set up right now at the moment, Maxi. I think that's what y'all were talking about. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and hide this. Delete the origin object. And we're going to select the wire and say delete. And then we can, oh, come up. Select all these. Oh, alright, now I've got them set to local, global. Need Joyroth and Enter. Okay, yeah. Oh, Joyroth, I gave you great inspiration. Oh, that really means a lot, man. I really appreciate that. That actually just made my day, I think. So that is very much appreciated. Alright, and there we have it, y'all. That is the treads done. And it is much more simplistic than it was last time. Alright, so now we just need to copy these over. Alright, and there we have the treads, y'all, and right on time, spot on time. So, I think this is where we're going to leave off for today. We've got the treads done. We've got the center frame done. But the treads are mostly what I wanted to kind of figure out today. Oh, Miyogi! What is up? Unfortunately, we are just about to wrap it up here. We just got done with doing the treads for our Wally build. So if you want to see, this is the model that we're going off of. And if we lift it up there, you can kind of see the difference. But that is pretty much what we're doing, is we are just trying to mimic that model. And I think we're doing a pretty damn good job of it so far, you guys. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Is this looking good? I think it's looking good, but I want to know. I want to make sure. I want to know what y'all think. I want to make sure y'all think it's looking good. Wally. Yes, it's Wally. Eva. Wally. I need to get those sound effects. Actually, that would be really funny, is having Wally redeems. That would be really funny. Alright, so for now we're going to go ahead and save this, save as, and we are going to save this as Wally 2. Save as. Alrighty, you guys. That is about it for the stream. I'm going to be trying to stream, hopefully, tomorrow again. We're gonna guess tomorrow around... We'll say 1. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be streaming again. Oh, Miyogi, you're a Blender builder. That's awesome. I mean, I'm assuming. Maybe I shouldn't assume that, but you said you love to get into Blender since you're not a good builder, and I'm assuming then that means you build in Blender, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so I really appreciate you all coming today. And I'm very sorry I wasn't as active in chat today, but I was obviously focused on the build and trying to make sure that y'all actually got a kind of good rundown of basically the basics of Blender, and understanding that it is not something to be intimidated by. It is something that you can really kind of set your imagination to whatever level you want and go from there. So if you want to have max imagination level and then just go all out, go full 7,000, 8,000 part build or whatever, where you can't even upload it, by all means, go ahead and go do that. It's going to be much easier to do that here in Blender, especially when, if I click over here on the No Man's Sky, I can see my part count right now is only 150. So all of this right now is 150 parts. Right? And that essentially means that I have plenty of wiggle room to work with. So we've got a ways to go on the Wally. But we're gonna be working on this for a little while. We're gonna be coming back to it probably tomorrow. If we're not doing anything else a little bit different, well, I'll have to see. But most likely we'll be coming back to this. But aside from that, cheers y'all. 07s to the chat for being such an awesome chat. And I will see you later, Krusty Boutte, Maxi Bloke, Lazabet, Joyroth, Miyogi, and I think we also had Enra and Delta lurking. So, shout outs to them. Go check out their channels, Enra Silver and Delta1246. Delta does ship hunting as well as doing a permadeath save right now. And Enra does a lot of building in No Man's Sky. So, and who I got a lot of my glitch building techniques from. The other thing I may show y'all is something else, but I'm gonna keep that a surprise maybe until I'm sure that I want to show it. But yeah, so I hope y'all had a great stream. Sorry the outro took so long. Just wanted to make sure y'all are all good. But yeah. So I will see y'all later. Good chatting with y'all again. And hope to see you on the flip side. Actually, in fact, I might be in a little bit in Delta's Discord voice chat channel. Give me like 15 minutes just to take a quick cooldown, and then I'll probably be in that chat channel. So if anybody wants to join me in there, by all means. Joyroth has some great builds on his channel as well. Okay, cool. I will definitely make sure Joyroth gets in there, as well as Enra and Delta. And then Miyogi, if you have a YouTube page, I'll definitely make sure to check you out. Just to see what all is going on with the community and everything. But aside from that, we're gonna go ahead and control save, and I will see you all later. Goodbye, everybody.